Hello and Minglaba, welcome to MI Radio's Myanmar Today. I'm Henry Zin. China Communications Construction's Myanmar branch donates protective items to YCDC. Amid the coronavirus pandemic, all COVID-19 patients in Wuhan discharged from hospitals. And painting sales have gone down amidst concerns over COVID-19. And a story coverage on summer classes to close and learning through online likely a solution. All of that coming up later on Myanmar Today, but for now, let's take a look at what's happening in local news. Laboratory tests of the Department of Medical Research have shown no positive cases of COVID-19 in 115 samples when the results were released at 6 p.m. on Monday. There are a total of 146 confirmed cases in Myanmar up to 8 p.m. on Sunday. Among them, 16 persons have recovered and 9 persons have been discharged from the hospitals. Out of the positive cases, 5 persons have died. A total of 86 new people are under investigation from 12 p.m. on Sunday to 12 p.m. on Monday. Test results from the National Health Laboratory on the samples of PUIs and isolated persons will be published. Union Minister for Social Welfare, Relief and Resettlement, Dr. Wimya A. met with Deputy Minister Uso Ao and Director General and officials of the Disaster Management Department at the Emergency Operations Center to monitor and prepare for low pressure, which is forecast to occur at the Andaman Sea from Tuesday to Thursday. The Disaster Management Department has posted the weather forecast of low pressure and rainfall on its webpage on Saturday based on the data collected from the Department of Meteorology and Hydrology at the Global Weather internet pages. The low pressure is expected to change into a depression and pass through Myanmar, cooperating with European Center for Medium-Range Weather Forecasts and Global Forecasts to predict that on 2nd and 3rd of May, strong winds may blow in Ayeyarwady region and southern Rakhine State. The Union Minister said the rumors spreading should not cause panic among the public and the public should be educated to identify accurate news from reliable sources for the possible low pressure becoming a depression. He said they will plan to reduce losses and damages from the possible depression and emergency responses. The Union Minister also said Ayeyarwady region and Rakhine State have the likeliest trajectory for depressions and Kayin and Mon states may have more landslides and floods from heavy rains, and the Disaster Management Committee is prepared for that. Online workshop on COVID-19 crisis management, React, Rethink, Recover, was attended by Union Minister for Hotels and Tourism, Uo Man, and Deputy Minister Udin Lad on Monday. The workshop aims to reduce losses incurred by travel companies due to the spread of COVID-19 and implement necessary management in rehabilitation. The Union Minister said the travel industry is one of many businesses suffering from the spread of COVID-19. The Global Travelers Organization said the difficulties faced in 2020 can drop from 20% to 30% and can lose from $300 billion to $450 billion in tourist income. The current situation can also become worse than the global economic issue from SARS in 2003 and 2009. The Union Minister also said his ministry reduced license fees and renewal fees for hotels, travel businesses and tour guide companies from 1st of April 2020 to 31st of March 2021, and that a video conference on ASEAN Travel Ministerial meeting on COVID-19 will be held on Wednesday. Kayin State's Myawaddy authorities have opened quarantine centers to accommodate Myanmar migrant workers who will return from Thailand, according to Myawaddy District Administrator. To quarantine the Myanmar migrants returning from Thailand, the authorities turned meditation centers and schools to quarantine centers that can accommodate about 2,000 people in total. The district administrator said all returnees must sign and undergo quarantine for 21 days. According to the Ministry of Health and Sports announcement on Sunday, there are a total of 7,020 quarantine centers and 42,671 people who are quarantined across the country. That's all with the local news. Let's take a look at the first report now. China Communications Construction Company donated 30,000 pieces of medical surgical masks and 432 pieces of medical goggles to the Yangon City Development Committee. The donation ceremony took place at Yangon City Hall on Monday. Pyo TV2 and Yenai report.
China Communications Construction Company Limited donated 30,000 pieces of medical surgical masks and 432 pieces of medical goggles to the Yangon City Development Committee (YCDC). The donation ceremony took place at Yangon City Hall on 27 April, attended by Mangso, Yangon Mayor and Chairman of Yangon City Development Committee, and Mr. Deng Shufu, Economic and Commercial Counselor of Chinese Embassy in Myanmar, and Mr. Ten Weixing, Managing Director of China Communications Constructions Myanmar Branch, and the official from YCDC, as well as the staff from Chinese Embassy and China Communication Constructions Myanmar Branch. Mangso, Mayor of Yangon, said.
ပုံမှန်အတိုင်းကတတ်သွားတယ်။ဥပမာတန်ရှင်းရေးရေရရှိရေးရေစိုးနောက်ပြီးပတ်ဝန်းကျင်တန်ရှင်းရေးကိစ္စတွေကတတ်သွားတယ်။အဲ COVID-19 နဲ့ပတ်သက် special task force ဆိုပြီးကျွန်တော်တတ်ဖွဲ့ထားတယ်
The regular responsibilities the YCDC is assuming are such as waste management, water supply and environmental regulations, and these measures are being carried out on a normal basis, and a special task force has been organized to perform the tasks pertinent to COVID-19. The YCDC is handling these two main working groups at the same time but separately. The medical workers are now the main frontliners in the wake of the COVID-19, while the YCDC and its volunteers are also supporting them in their every effort. Before the quarantine center is opened up, we first arrange for the facility provision at the center, and then we're also assuming responsibility to carry out the dead body in case of the death among the suspected patients. For that reason, we need the sufficient number of qualified PPEs and other protective items as well. Most of the donations come to the regional government. For the regional government, they can only provide the equal number of these items in ration, so the direct donations like this are more efficient to us. All protective items are being received by the secretary team of YCDC, and then they're going to equally distribute to the places where necessary.
Mr. Ten Weixing, Managing Director, China Communications Construction Myanmar Branch, said.
我们公司在缅甸已经经营了有20几年，我们有90%的员工来自于缅甸。
90% of all the staff in our company, China Communications Constructions Myanmar Branch, is Myanmar people. The company has been running for over 20 years in Myanmar. In my personal opinion, it can be said the Myanmar company. Many Chinese companies are also donating to the respective parts of the Myanmar government in the fight against COVID-19. Mostly, they are donating medical supplies to the Ministry of Health and Sports. But we consider Yangon is the most concerned city with the infection in current situation. So we donated directly to the YCDC for ensuring the fair and fast distribution of these protective items. There are some difficulties when taking these protective items from Beijing to Myanmar. We had to face many stages and days for the transportation of the protective items by land because the airports are still not running normally. But we have plans to donate more to Myanmar.
The People's Republic of China donated to the 35 set of the ventilators and sent a team of medical experts to Myanmar government and a military medic delegation comprising medical experts to Myanmar Defense Services. Many Chinese business organizations are now donating medical supplies and cash to Myanmar to contain COVID-19. I am Pyo Rido. This is news reporting from MI Radio.
That's a report on China Communications Construction's Myanmar branch donating protective items to YCDC. All right, we'll carry on with the next report. China's National Health Commission said during a press conference on Sunday that the number of COVID-19 patients in the hospitals of central China's Wuhan city has dropped to 0. No new confirmed cases of the disease have been reported for over 20 days in Hubei province. Agacho has the details.
China's health authorities reported that all COVID-19 patients in Wuhan, the epicenter of the pandemic outbreak, has been discharged from hospitals. It is the first time for there to be no cases being treated in hospitals in the city since the epidemic erupted in Wuhan late last year. The result was achieved on account of the back of the combined efforts of the medical workers in Wuhan and those who are dispatched there in the fight against the virus. Masood Damu from China Media Group CR Myanmar Department said.
ဝူဟန်မြို့ကဒီဖေဖော်ဝါရီလ18ရက်နေ့မှာစေယုံမှာတက်ရောက်ကုသနေတဲ့သူပေါ့နော်စုစုပေါင်း 38,020 ဦးစေယုံတက်ရောက်ခဲ့ပြီးတော့ဧပြီလ26ရက်နေ့မှာတက်ရောက်ကုသသူကတော့တက်ရောက်ကုသသူမရှိဖြစ်ခဲ့တယ်ဒီကြားထဲမှာတကယ်ကိုမထင်မှတ်စရာကောင်းလာအောင်ပေါ့နော်အခက်အခဲတွေကြုံတွေ့ခဲ့တာလည်းမြင်ရတယ်တနိုင်ငံလုံးရဲ့ဒီပစ္စည်းတွေထောက်ပံ့မှုပေါ့နော်ဝူဟန်ကိုအပြေးလွှားဒါပို့ဆောင်ပေးခဲ့တာတွေမြင်ရတယ်တရုတ်နိုင်ငံဆိုရင်ကက်ယောဂါထိန်းချုပ်ကုသရေးအခြေအနေတစ်ကိုရောက်ရှိနေပြီလို့လည်းပြောလို့ရတယ်။ဗိုင်းရပ်စ်ဟာလူသားတွေနဲ့အချိန်တစ်ခုအထိတော့အတူရှိသွားအောင်မယ်လို့လည်းထင်ပါတယ်။တရုတ်နိုင်ငံရဲ့ဒီလက်ရှိပေါ့နော်ကက်ယောဂါထိန်းချုပ်ကုသရေးကတော့အခုခါမှာဆိုရင်ပြင်ပကနေဝင်လာတဲ့သူတွေကနေတဆင်ပေါ့နော်ကူးစက်မှုတွေမရှိအောင်လို့အဓိကထိန်းချုပ်နေတာကိုတွေ့ရတယ်။နိုင်ငံတကာကလည်းဒီပူးပေါင်းဆောင်ရွက်မှုတွေဒါလိုအပ်တယ်ပေါ့နော်အတူတကွလက်တွဲပြီးတော့ဗိုင်းရပ်စ်ပြန့်နှံ့မှုကိုနှိမ်နင်းဖို့လည်းလိုပါတယ်
Wuhan went through the lockdown for 2 months with strict measures put in place to contain the virus. No new confirmed cases of the disease have been reported for over 20 days in Hubei province, of which Wuhan is the capital. On Sunday, the commission reported 11 new confirmed cases on the mainland in the 24 hours to the end of Saturday, with 5 of them being imported. Of the 6 domestically transmitted cases, 5 were reported in Heilongjiang province and 1 in Guangdong province. No deaths from the disease were reported on Saturday. With the situation stabilizing day by day, China sends aid to other countries to help fight against the COVID-19. Masood Damu continued to explain the aid China is providing to other countries.
တရုတ်နိုင်ငံကတော့တော်တော်ဒါဒီကမ္ဘာနိုင်ငံတွေထဲမှာပေါ့နော်ဒီကုသယောဂါနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့တော်တော်ကူညီမှုများစွာပေးနိုင်စွမ်းရှိတဲ့နိုင်ငံလို့ကျွန်မတော့ထင်တယ်အဲ့လိုမျိုးလဲယူဆတယ်အခုလက်ရှိအခြေအနေကိုပဲကြည်လေဒီတရုတ်အစိုးရဆိုရင်နိုင်ငံ120နဲ့နိုင်ငံတကာအဖွဲ့အစည်း4ခုပေါ့နော်တာမန်ဆေးဘက်3နှာခေါင်းစည်းတွေနောက် N95 နှာခေါင်းစည်းတွေဆေးဘက်3အကာအဝတ်စုံတွေနောက် nuclear acid တိုင်းတာဆက်တွေနောက်အသက်ရှူဆက်တွေပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒါတွေကိုထောက်ပံ့ကူညီခဲ့တာကိုလည်းဒါအခုလက်ရှိမှာတွေ့ရတယ်နောက်ဒီတရုတ်ပြည်ပေါ့နော်ဟိုဒေတာဆိုင်ရာအစိုးရဌာနတွေအနေနဲ့ဆိုရင်လေနိုင်ငံတကာချစ်ကြည်ရေးမျိုးတွေကနေတစင်ပေါ့နော်နိုင်ငံ90ကျော်ကိုစေဝါကူတာရေးပစ္စည်းတွေလည်းလှူဒန်းပေးခဲ့တာကိုတွေ့ရတယ်ဒါပြင်ပေါ့တရုတ် company တွေอ่ะဆိုရင်နိုင်ငံနဲ့နိုင်ငံတကာအဖွဲ့အစည်း100ကျော်ပေါ့နော်စေဝါကူတာရေးပစ္စည်းတွေကိုလှူဒန်းပေးခဲ့တာကိုလည်းတွေ့ရတယ်
According to the latest statistics released by Johns Hopkins University, confirmed COVID-19 cases have topped 2.9 million globally, with the death toll surpassing 206,000. The total number of COVID-19 cases on Chinese mainland has reached 82,830, including 1,636 imported cases. A total of 974 asymptomatic patients are under medical observation. China's COVID-19 death toll stands at 4,643. Other hard-hit European countries such as Spain, Italy, and France eye the easing of the lockdown restrictions. The WHO said on Saturday there is currently no evidence that people who have recovered from COVID-19 and have antibodies are protected from a second infection. This is Agajo reporting for Myanmar International Radio.
Stay with us, we're going to bring you more reports on Myanmar Today. It is an undeniable fact that Myanmar's painting market is reliable enough, not only for the world tourists, but also for those who are buying and collecting paintings. As a rule, painting sales locally decrease at a time when Thingyan Festival gets near. However, art gallery owners said the painting market has almost come to a halt at the moment when COVID-19 is currently breaking out across the world. Yanai reports.
It is an undeniable fact that Myanmar's painting market is reliable enough not only for the world tourists, but also for those who are buying and collecting paintings. As a rule, painting sales locally decrease at a time when Tingen Festival gets near. Nevertheless, the painting market has almost come to a halt at the moment when COVID-19 is currently breaking out across the world, said art gallery owners. With the hope for those who buy and collect paintings inside the country and diplomatic community, most of the artists and art gallery owners open art galleries on a regular basis. COVID-19 pandemic disease is currently spreading all over the world, thereby resulting in a reduction in the sales of paintings in Myanmar. But some artists are newly opening galleries regardless of the market situation. Wu Gang-Su-wei, Operation Manager, 19 Creation Gallery, said.
Regarding my current job, now is the time I am thinking of what to do next amidst concern over COVID-19. Our art galleries are also suffering the wave effect of the coronavirus. Painting business has now become cooled down. Anyhow, we have planned to go on working for this industry as it is our artistic profession.
The
government already issued guidelines instructing the people especially to stay at home if at all possible. They are also optimistic thought about the government's official release. The artists have hopes that they would be able to create better ideas and artistic skills while staying indoors. Mindaji, an artist, said.
The coronavirus gave a big trouble to painting industry. This is because 4 to 5 art exhibitions have been cancelled over the few past days and have been postponed. Tourist arrival sharply dropped. We, the artists, don't pay much attention to the market. We feel happy when we draw what we like.
Myanmar recently confirmed tests positive for coronavirus, and so people are buying foodstuffs and virus prevention items, masks, and hand sanitizers in the markets and shopping centers. Non-essential things remain there without buyers. The government released announcements to ban public gatherings and events as part of the preventive measures against COVID-19 to reduce the number of people altogether in the same place. The government has planned that some government servants are on the duty at home and some are at offices. The state-owned factories and industries are also the same matter. The government also told the people not to be worried about the basic needs. Yangon with painting development has now only a few travel activities and it has turned into a quiet place. At such a time, there has been a decrease in painting business, but further opening of art exhibitions will be held, said some art exhibition organizers. Wu Gang-Su-wei, Operation Manager, 19 Creation Gallery, said.
If the artists draw designs at home with their conviction for creative artistic works or provide any online course from their home, I believe that painting business will remain originally. We hope that creativity and innovation will be better as they draw pictures of their own at home.
The artists hope that economy and social affairs along with painting market will recover if the nations of the world, including Myanmar, can well control COVID-19.
Well, let's move on to last reports before we go to international news. Knowing the key to the country's development, people are investing more money in education. And the summer, as a symbol of courses, is becoming popular among youth and parents in Myanmar. Learning through online is likely to be a solution in the wake of COVID-19. Online courses will no doubt be a safe and effective means in the digital age. Pyo Thiritu will tell us more.
It is a tradition when the summer sets in. State schools and universities in Myanmar are all closed for 3 months as summer holidays. All the students across the country got their summer holidays starting from the middle of March until June. And for the students who have passed the matriculation examination, the whole of March to the next 9 months has become their long vacation period. Summer is usually reserved as a time of holidays to catch up with family and friends, but in another way for the youth. Summer is used to further their education. Some parents usually see summer holidays as a chance to learn beneficial courses. Summer as a symbol of course is becoming popular among youth. The English for skills classes, English grammar classes, basic computer classes, language classes, as well as sport trainings like swimming are still popular among the state school students. At the same time, the youths are likely to learn the business management course, IT course, language courses, as well as personal development course. Go Sinse, who is the founder of Active English, told Myanmar Radio that the current situation of summer classes comparing the last years. He also added about the online course, which is likely to be a solution for learning in digital age. Go Sinse, founder of Active English, said.
Summer used to be with more students. Normally, there are 100 to 200 of the students in classes. In April every year, there are over 500 to 600 of the students in summer classes. Currently, with the virus case, some parents want to take out the class fees and cancel the classes. But it is about 200 students among 1,500 students. As the government urges to ban the public gatherings, all the classes have been closed and we are changing the courses into online ones. Actually, we're going to a digital platform before this virus cases. We already have the students who learn through online and also in the classes. In fact, we're just transferring all the students who are attending in these classes to our online classes with the same fees.
Ko Sinse also added that learning through online courses also have more advantages. If students would participate in online courses, it would be more effective and interactive as a learning means. Do Ma, who is the mother of twins who had just finished their matriculation exam since last March, told Myanmar Radio that her opinion about online courses and higher education after matriculation. Do Ma said,
both of my children have just finished matriculation exam for 2020 academic year since last month. As a preparation for universities and their life, I wanted them to learn English more, but the classes have been closed because of the virus. They will attend the courses after this. I don't think it will be wasted during this time they are learning from internet. For their future education, we have to look up their marks in the exam. We have to choose the most suitable one for them depending on their marks and their passions. We will have to choose to attend the government universities. But I believe that the private university will also have their advantages.
As knowing the key for the country development, people are investing more in education. Since 2012, the government encouraged to run the private education centers, which give bachelor degree from international universities. The policies and systems of public and private university are different from their funding sources. Win Tae-win, the founder and managing director of Gasto Private University, said the difference between the private and public universities and how these two complements for the education system in a country. Win Tae-win, founder and managing director of Gasto University, said,
The public universities have to follow the government's education policies. The fees for the public universities are much cheaper and so there were a great number of students. But for the private universities, we use all of our resources to focus on those specialized subjects for the programs. Actually, the public and private universities are implementing the needs of the students and also education system. We are complementing each other for our country's education system.
I am Jyoti Ritu. This is news reporting from MI Radio.
And that's all we have for today's reports. Let's check on some international news now. More than 26 million people have filed new claims for unemployment in the US from March 21st to April 18th. The total US labor force for March was 163 million, which means 16% of workers are not working. Unemployment this high hasn't been seen since 1939, the year the Dust Bowl drought ended. Officially, 4.4% of the workforce was unemployed in March, which is the largest monthly increase since January 1975. But the real unemployment was actually 8.7% for March. This includes discouraged workers, marginally attached workers, part-time or underemployed workers who want to work full-time. These are just some of the faces of first, second and third generation migrants working to keep the UK safe during the coronavirus pandemic. As the national focus is on saving lives and keeping key services going, for some people, the recent COVID-19 outbreak has also highlighted racism in British society. Lucy Sang is a Chinese-born student nurse working on the front line, and this is what she said.
I feel very devalued, firstly, and frustrated. I just want to leave, really. I never give up my job because I love my job.
The British Medical Association has called on the UK government to provide settled visa status to foreign-born doctors fighting COVID-19. The trade union says the unprecedented pandemic means medics should be given special treatment.
In other news, Wuhan, the capital of central China's Hubei province, was at the height of its novel coronavirus outbreak and authorities rolled out the most stringent stay-at-home order. No one was allowed out of their residential compound unless they had to see a doctor or had a job directly related to fighting COVID-19. Tough as it sounded, people bonded together and helped one another.
For elderly people who live alone and do not know how to shop online, community workers and volunteers delivered food and other necessities to their doorsteps. At the peak of the outbreak, the city also turned a number of public facilities into temporary hospitals to accommodate patients with mild symptoms. Yes, the amenities in these places were basic, but they weren't exactly quarantine centers as many Western media like to think. Both the patients and medical workers there put on a brave fight. They cared for each other, and more often than not, had become friends with each other. During the outbreak, sanitation workers whose job don't usually involve dealing with medical waste took up the task of collecting them because there was simply too much of this trash. They did not complain. Bus drivers who were not at home being with their children because they had to be on standby to take medical professionals to and from work did not complain. It is because of the sacrifices of millions of people that Wuhan endured its most difficult time and contained the epidemic within 2 months.
Attitudes about whether the public should wear face coverings to restrict the spread of the coronavirus has been one of the most startling and visible differences in national strategies against the pandemic. While in China, masks are seen as essential for protecting the population, the World Health Organization has insisted they are only beneficial for those who are ill or those caring for victims of the virus.
wearing of face masks by the general public. This has been a controversial area in pandemic preparedness and planning for the 15 years that I've been involved in it.
No specific evidence to suggest that the wearing of masks by the mass population has any particular benefit. In fact, there's some evidence to suggest the opposite in the misuse or wearing a mask properly, or fitting it properly, or taking it off, and all the other risks that are otherwise associated with that.
Masks are 100% essential for every country that plans to open up the economy and exit coronavirus. The mask is going to catch those droplets, and they're just going to hit the mask and stay there on the inside and not go out where they can infect other people. The masks aren't going to be guaranteed to prevent 100% of cases, but anything that we can do to slow this virus down actually helps the entire world get back on their feet.
Facial mask, we believe it's essential. I don't know why you dislike it in Europe, but in Asia, we believe it's essential. It's very necessary.
The key thing is to make sure we do what we can to contain this virus, to delay its spread.
In other news, for many Georgia businesses, it's time to go back to work. The state was one of the last to issue a stay-at-home order over the COVID-19 pandemic. But it has now become one of the first to ease those restrictions, with Governor Brian Kemp allowing businesses such as gyms, hairdressers, tattoo parlors, and bowling alleys to reopen, despite a rise in COVID-19 deaths statewide.
I think it's a huge bad idea, and I think it shouldn't have been done.
Sabrina Bree Rowe and her identical twin sister Charlinda Rowe Parker owns and operates Tula 2 Nail Salon. The salon is popular with celebrities, but the owners say they won't be reopening.
People are still getting sick. People are still dying, and I don't know if it's even worth us. Well, I know it's not worth us going into the salon to work.
It is totally scary, so I am terrified. I don't want to do any nails right now. I haven't even thought about it.
Businesses that reopen must follow social distancing guidelines, something that could be difficult to achieve in practice.
So you want me to social distance and stay 6 feet apart from her? There's no way I can do that service 6 feet apart from someone.
Dine-in restaurants and theatres will soon be allowed to follow, and they can open in Georgia beginning Monday.
It's good for my paycheck. I make, obviously all my money here on tips, and so, the more people I see per day, the more money I make.
Well, that's all we have for now. Thanks for joining me on Myanmar Today. I'm Henry Zin. Wherever you are, please stay home, stay safe, help yourselves to help the world. I'll see you again. Goodbye.